Hot dogs, Amish hot dogs. What kind of kids eat Amish hot dogs? Amish kids. Amish Hot Dogs present the SideShow Lounge St. Patrick's Day Extravagasm, starring Brian Hansen, Pontius Pilates, Sam Wolf, special guest Patrick O'Boyo, Holden McCock, the Solid Lead Dancers, and a special appearance by Igor Stravinsky. With time permitting, Val Kilmer. I'm your MC, Al Carbonara. And now here's your host, Brian Hansen. Meow.
Thank you, Al. Always a pleasure working with you. He's one cool cat, ladies and gentlemen, as long as he stays off of the furniture. Well, it's St. Patrick's Day here in Arfyne City. What day is it where you are? I'm just kidding, of course. And when I think of St. Patrick's Day, I always think of Ireland. Call me sentimental, but the 1/60th of me that's a son of the sod harkens back to that verdant land of potatoes and whiskey, bringing a tear to my eye. But enough of that bullshit. Allow me to introduce my co-hosts for tonight's festivities. And we do have a big show, so I'm going to need all of their help. Live from the Broken Shillelagh pub downtown, please give a warm welcome to Pontius Pilates and Sam Wolf.
Thank you, Brian. We're having a wonderful time here at the Broken Shillelagh, aren't we, Sam?
Someone hit me in the head with a bottle.
Yeah, they are in quite the celebratory mood here.
Getting ready for the big shunting match between Ireland and Scotland, eh?
Actually, Brian, the game ended pretty quickly after it began, when Ireland delivered a rare double inversion kunk slam, thus securing them an instant win.
I'm not familiar with that play.
My head is bleeding.
Here, hold this corned beef against the wound. Brian, the double inversion kunk slam was instituted in 1931 by then-director Pigworthy McMacmick, a half-Irish, half-Scottish shunting champion who was attempting to figure out a way to keep matches from lasting 3 days or more.
Well, it seems to have worked.
It sure did, Brian. The play goes as follows. The far left underkunk runs the length of the pitch, keeping the kunk near his hindquarters at all times. Now, bear in mind, he cannot use his hands in this maneuver. As he passes the nuggle line, he uses his firm buttocks to unload the kunk to his forward thruster, who pelvically pumps the kunk until it is bounced off of all 4 posts in the juice box.
Wow, sounds like an exciting bit of sport.
The meat's not helping, and now I have peppercorns in my wound.
In a second, buddy. Brian, you have no idea how exciting. The scoring on such a play is a whopping 22,000 points. By any estimation, an insurmountable number no matter how long the game lasts. And as an added bonus, the winning team is allowed the honor of destroying their opponent's village.
Holy pipes!
Pipes indeed. And in victory fervor, the patrons at the Broken Shillelagh attacked and burned down rival Scottish pub, the Sheep's Biscuit.
Holy pipes again! I hope no one was hurt.
Not so much hurt as all dead. But since the rules of shunting extend to the bi-state area, there's nothing that can be done.
Well, on with the show then.
The pepper is really burning my skull fracture.
We'll be back after these messages.
I'm Patrick O'Boyo of the Broken Shillelagh pub in Arfyne City. We're having karaoke night now. Every Friday you can come up to the microphone and sing your shriveled heart out to such tunes as Me Horny Irish Lassie, The Soldier Boy with Half a Leg, and Whiskey's Eventually Vomit. Bring the lads and cry your eyes red as someone gets up to croon Green was the grass of me home the English burnt, or Mrs. McGillicuddy's half-wit bastard child. On karaoke night, the beer's half-priced, and most appetizers are $1. How's that for a bargain, you fucker? Do you like songs about war and death and fighting and drinking and sadness and drinking? Then knock back a few and get your ass up on stage to belt out The Horde of Tralee. A fist is just an Irish hello, or every Scotsman bleeds grey. So I'm not asking you to join us for karaoke night. I'm telling you. That's the Broken Shillelagh pub at the corner of Cherry and Galena in Arfyne City. Sing like you mean it, you stupid cock.
Potatoes are good food. And back like a million years ago, the people of Ireland almost went extinct over them. Hey, I don't know history, but then again, I don't have to. I run a restaurant here in Arfyne City. My name is Bridget Flanamilligan, and I own the Shamrock Spud at the corner of Cherry and Galena. All we do is potatoes, but trust me, we do them right. For breakfast, we'll feed you hash browns, potato pancakes, and potags, an imitation egg dish made out of potatoes. Lunchtime brings French fried potatoes, potato-only hash, potato patty burgers on potato buns, and potato salad. When you're hungry for dinner, drop by for a baked potato, potato chowder, or potato souffle with a side of potato mashed potatoes. Wow, that is the kind of starch I'd want in my pants. The Shamrock Spud in Arfyne City, open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. Peel on in today.
Welcome back to the SideShow Lounge St. Patrick's Day Extravaganza. I'm Pontius Pilates at the Broken Shillelagh pub. Call me Ponch. Sam is on his way to the hospital with some pretty serious head lacerations. Guess I should have listened to him. But the paramedics tell me he's going to be just fine. Brian, I have to say that the crowd here is having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. What's it like back where you are?
It's great here, Ponch. The audience is all decked out in green, and beer of the same color is being served by the bucketful. I've got my Shamrock Derby on, and I'm looking forward to getting drunk as Killarney after the show.
I'll save you a seat at the pub.
Thanks, pal. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest is one of the stars of KRFYN's Loin of the Jungle. He's here tonight to sing us one of the world's most beloved Irish ballads. Please welcome Holden McCock.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers dying. It's you, must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here.
It was so beautiful. So fucking Irishy beautiful. It made me feel like punching an Englishman. Ponch, did you hear the song?
I did indeed, Brian. It was quite touching.
Funny you should say that. Holden was touching himself all the way through the number.
How Irish, Brian. How very Irish.
Ponch, I believe you have our next guest right there with you, yes?
I sure do, Brian. With me is the owner of the Broken Shillelagh pub, Mr. Patrick O'Boyle. Patrick, thank you for joining us tonight.
It's my pleasure, Miss Ponch, to be here with you on such a wondrous occasion.
As an Irishman, St. Patrick's Day must hold a great deal of meaning for you.
Not like you might think.
I'm surprised. Why is that?
Could you hang on a second, Ponch? I appreciate that. Gotta tend to me second job. I'm not just a pub owner, I also work in tech support for Handwood Computers. Hello, tech support. This is Lakshmi. How can I help you today? Oh, I see. Well, have you tried unplugging it? Yeah. And then maybe read the instructions, you sad fucker. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Punch. Where were we?
Yep. St. Patrick's Day must mean a lot to you.
No. You see, the O'Boyle family line goes all the way back to the time of St. Patrick himself. And it was me dear old distant grandmother, a house full of snakes, who went to the saint and asked him to rid her home of the Slytherin bastards. He did so, but then beat her severely with a shovel for daring to speak to him.
That's terrible.
Not like you might think. You see... Excuse me. Hello, tech support. This is Chong Lee. How may I help you today? I see. Really? Well, have you tried turning the screen towards you? Oh, and while you're at it, why don't you watch the tutorial disc, you fucking piece of shit?
So I'll punch your question again, was your distant grandmother?
Oh, she was a whore and mouthy as a sailor's dock bitch. Sure, she needed the snakes gone, but she needed that shovel to the head even more.
I think we're done here. Back to you, Brian.
Burnt down those bloody Scotsmen we did, and swat.
Brian.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Pontius Pilates of SideShow Lounge and the underground film classic Mandingo 6, long, white, and ready. And I paid for this commercial spot out of my own pocket. Why did I buy airtime on Arfyne City's 9th-rated radio program? Because I have a passion that needs to be heard. Irish chicks. That's right, Irish chicks. Irish chicks are the best thing since sliced tofu. Why, you ask? Allow me to explain. You see, Irish chicks are not afraid to go down on you in a moving subway train. They rarely want to watch home decor TV shows, and the amount of alcohol they can consume is phenomenal. Now, I'm not talking about girls of Irish extraction like we have here in the States. No, I mean really, for true, Irish chicks from Ireland. And they are so desperate to get away from their depressed economy that they'll buy their own ticket to America to come and be your girlfriend. Heck, I've got 6 of them juggled right now, and let me tell you, if I believed in heaven, brother, this would be it. Irish chicks dig nasty stuff. Like dressing up as sports mascots and spanking each other with mandolins. Holy smokes. This is giving me a half shillelagh just thinking about it. So take my advice and get yourself an Irish chick. If you're a dude, you will be smiling. If you're a woman yourself, Irish chicks are into the girl stuff, whether you're a lesbian, bi, experimental, or just pissed at your boyfriend. Oh, they tell me that's all the time I paid for. Irish chicks. Aaron go braless.
You know what? Sometimes I don't want a boner. Have you ever considered that? No, of course you haven't. Because you're a judgmental bitch, that's why. When I want something that's going to make me flaccid as a windless flag, I turn to my friend. McSofty's Irish Whiskey. Comes in a bottle with a cap on it. There's the real melted wax over the cap. You know what I think about that, eh? It's fancy as fuck. Shut up! McSofty's Irish Whiskey is delicious just as it is. You don't need flavors like fudge or cheese or brown sugar cinnamon. God damn it, it tastes so good. Don't tell me I've had enough, you yelling woman! I'm gonna drink until my fist likes to have to clean up the house once in a while.
Yeah, McSofty's Irish Whiskey doesn't really exist. Brian just came into the record booth pissed off and plowed. Let's allow him to sleep it off. I'm Ponch Pilates, urging you to drink responsibly and have a lot of St. Patrick's Day sex.
Welcome back to the SideShow Lounge St. Patrick's Day Extravagasm. I'm your host, Brian Hansen, and our next guests are a team of, shall we say, movers and shakers. All the way from Ridleyville, will you please put your hands together for the Solid Lead Dancers?
Oh, hello, Dr. Handsome.
Igor, you're not the Solid Lead Dancers.
I'm not?
No.
Yes, you're right, of course. However, in the 1920s, I was a chorus boy at a speakeasy owned by the Alka-Seltzer, the biggest gangster of all time.
I think you mean Al Capone.
No thank you. I am not hungry.
Igor, is there a reason you're here and the sexy dance troupe is not?
Yes.
And that reason is?
I'm here to deliver a missive.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and what?
Deliver the message.
Oh, the message is the dancers are not on the show tonight.
What? Why?
Well, as it turns out, you see, that their bus was rerouted away from the studio.
To where? By whom?
Posh's house, and then, of course, one would naturally assume by Posh.
Of course he did. Well, this is just great. Now we have no act for this segment of the show.
What about that leprechaun from the cop program or that Val Klezmer guy?
No, I have a better idea. I was going to save this for the end of the show, but we need something to fill the space. Igor, I'm going to blow you up.
Look, I appreciate the offer, you see, and it makes perfect sense on this holiday, but I really prefer the ladies, don't you know?
Just get into the box.
This box over here?
Do you see any other boxes?
Okay, I am inside the box.
Are you inside the box?
Have you done this before?
Can you hear me, Igor?
This all seems very familiar. Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Handsome.
Okay, count to 3.
I don't... 7, 42, 19... Hike!
3! Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll be right back.
Oh, the fire's on my beats and stuff. I'm Mick Bubba,
And I'm Little Clover,
and we're here to welcome back Horny St. Patty's Day favorite.
the cool and delicious Irishy pickle creamy.
We take garlic kosher dill pickles, vanilla ice cream, and organical mint leaves.
And we blend them up until they're smooth and frosty.
Then we add the green food coloring for that extra Irish-like touch.
Don't forget the corned beef.
That's right. A handful of shredded corned beef that's piping hot and more gristly than Granddaddy on a spring day.
He's Irish.
Sure is, Little Clover.
I want one right now.
Me too, because whoo-wee, they're powerful good.
And all through summer, they're just 99 cents. Sing it.
Come on down to Hornies, come on down to Hornies, come on down to Hornies, home of the pickle burger.
It's that time of year again. When we walk our dogs at night or head out for the mail, we need to be on the lookout for leprechauns. Leprechauns were brought to the bi-state area as sex slaves over 300 years ago. And as they bred, they filled the landscape with thousands of tiny, red-headed, and bearded freaks that break into garbage cans, steal power tools, and have inappropriate relations with small pets. What can you do to stay safe? Well, most of the year, this is not a concern. But around March, we all have to take the following precautions to make sure we're not victimized by these scurrilous monsters. 1. Tape pant legs shut to keep smaller leprechauns from climbing inside trousers to lick your bits. 2. Carry plenty of kosher salt to throw into the eyes of any leprechaun that approaches. 3. Always shuffle your feet when walking through tall grass. 4. Never engage any redhead under 5 feet in conversation, as they may be a leprechaun in civilian garb. And 5. Kill any and all leprechauns you see with either a nail gun or a wooden mallet. Remember, we want you and yours to be safe this St. Patrick's Day. Call KRFYN for more information.
Wow, what a great show this has been. Back in the studio with me are Sam and Ponch. Sam, how you feeling, little buddy?
They had to staple my head shut with peppercorn still inside.
Sounds good. Ponch, have you had a nice St. Patrick's Day?
Sure have, Brian. And as much as I love the show, I think I'm ready to do some celebrating.
Safe celebrating, right? Just like we urge our audience to do.
What are you, a cop? My mother? Fuck that shit. I'm getting hammered and then nailing all the solid lead dancers.
Well, on that note, I want to thank our guests, Patrick Oboyo and Holden McCock. Our apologies to Val Kilmer, we ran out of time. I'm Brian Hansen.
I'm Ponch Pilates.
And I'm Sam. Jesus, the pepper burns.
Good
night
night
and happy St. Patrick's Day.
And just where do you think you three are going?
Who the hell?
I'm St. Patrick, the Apostle of Ireland,
Of course you are.
and I've come to banish all the snakes from... Where the hell am I anyway?
Arfyne City.
Oh, fuck no.
Afraid so, Pat. And we could use your services. In fact, we have a whole lake full of water moccasins that need a good banishing act. See what I did there?
My head is killing me.
Oh, that poor boy is possessed by a demon.
Nope, just peppercorns in his skull wound.
Come here, my lad.
Ouch.
Oh, your head be on fire for sure. Here we go. I'll wave me blessed shamrock over the wound and...
Wow, the pain's gone. Thanks, Lucky Charms guy.
And my work is done. Thank you for calling tech support.
What?
So, Brian, booze, solid lead dancers.
Okay, Punch, whatever you say.
Good night, everybody.
Sideshow Lounge is produced by Hello Cowboy Productions. All rights reserved. Join us next week when we interview Val Kilmer.
Hello, cowboy!
Thank you for calling tech support.